Quick update before I go to the second supernatural seminar. I just played board games with my roommates all day, really. I also uploaded a video to my YouTube channel. It's been a pretty relaxing day. But judging off the last seminar, I doubt this one will be relaxing at all. Oh well, gotta go! Remember how Kettle Ghost said that something scared him into starting these seminars at the very end of the last one? Well, he gotta tell us what that thing was. I guess I didn't think that the supernatural seminar was actually going to mean superpower seminar. So, after doing a quick overview of what we covered last time, Kettle Ghost once again began to tell us some very important information.
You may notice by looking around the room that there aren't too many females. Meet Alexia.
A picture of a fairly normal-looking girl popped up behind him.
Alexia scared me into not creating any more girls. Unlike most of you, who didn't mind that their owners left them, she wanted revenge. You see, her owner was an amazing hacker, and by keeping an eye on Alexia, I could tell that she was amazing at hacking as well. But something was different when Alexia took hold of the computer.
The picture behind Kettle Ghost changed to a recording of a girl behind a computer. She was typing very quickly, and as she typed, her hands began to glow.
This is a recording I took of Alexia as I kept track of what she was doing. I keep track of all of you to make sure you aren't doing anything bad or illegal, which is exactly what Alexia was doing. She had picked up the basic hacking skills from her owner, but as you can see, her hands are glowing. This glow is coming from her power. As Alexia hacks, her power charges up, and she's then able to use it to increase her hacking skills and even do other tasks before the power runs out and she has to recharge it again. And I know from keeping an eye on her that she does not plan to use this power for good. I watched her as she took control of all the internet in her neighborhood, and now that she knows she's capable, she plans to take out all the internet in California. But this is all of the information I have right now. If any of you can find out any more details on Alexia, tell me immediately.
Kettle Ghost paused and the pictures behind him shut off.
Now, Alexia is not the only one of you that has powers. I believe that when I transformed all of you into humans, that some of your previous owner carried on into you, and that's the source of the powers. Alexia charges up her powers from hacking, which was her owner's passion. I believe it's the same concept with all of you. In front of you, there should be a little slip of paper and a pencil.
I looked in front of me and picked up the pencil that was sitting next to a piece of paper.
I want you to write down your name and your previous owner's job or hobby or passion, whatever your owner liked to do. The rest of these seminars are going to be spent mastering your powers so that you can use them for good, unlike Alexia. Now get to writing!
I thought for a few seconds about what Joel liked to do. Pretty obvious, music and singing. So I wrote singing down on my paper. After a few minutes, Kettle Ghost walked around and began collecting the papers from everyone. When he reached our table, he gave a little laugh.
You four might want to have a little talk about your powers.
He pointed at me, T, Heidi, and Stiletto. Then he picked up Jean's slip of paper.
Jean? Can you come with me for a second?
Jean nodded and followed Kettle Ghost out of the room.
I wonder what that was about.
So, what did you all write down for your powers? Stiletto had a big grin on her face. Singing? We all said at the same time. Oh, me too! Who wants to go first, Heidi? T?
I don't sing.
Come on, you know you want to.
I really don't. This is the most useless power ever.
Well, at least we have powers. How cool is that? Stiletto seemed very happy. Bandana, how about you give it a try? Since no one else is gonna sing, I shrugged. I'll give it a shot. When we on their heads, black, white, green, or red, we living for hats. We living for hats. Yeah. That was awful, but when I looked down, my hands were faintly glowing green. Nice, but I bet I could do it better. But when we on their heads, black, white, green, or red, we living for hats. We living for hats. Yeah. By the time she finished, her hands were glowing a bright coral color. They were definitely glowing brighter than mine, probably due to confidence. If there's one thing I've learned about Stiletto over the past few days, is that she's confident in just about anything, which could be a good or bad thing, I guess. For the rest of the seminar time, me and Stiletto messed around with our powers while T observed. By the time Heidi returned, we gave up on the thought of Kettle Ghost coming back to wrap up the seminar, so we headed back to our room. Stiletto used some of the power she saved up to make us smoothies without physically touching the ingredients. We found that by the end of the smoothie making process, her power had practically run out and she could barely pour the last bit of the smoothie into a cup. There's so much to find out about handling these powers. I can add this to the list of strange things that have happened in my life. As we drank our smoothies, Jean returned from a meeting with the Kettle Ghost, and for some reason, none of us asked her how it went. Instead, Stiletto asked us a question that I had never thought of before. Who were your previous owners? And you wouldn't believe what happened next. Me, Heidi, and T all said the same thing. Well, sort of. Joel burgled. We all stared at each other with wide eyes. Stiletto seemed to have caught on to what was happening pretty quickly. Did the three of you have the same owner? T whipped out her phone and quickly pulled up a video.
This is probably a terrible example of a video I'm in, but it's the first one that came to mind.
Oh, don't do that. Wait, are you the t-shirt in this?
Yeah?
Wow.
Probably not a good one.
No, not at all! Does anyone have a better one? Maybe I do? Go for it, Heidi. You can't get any worse than that. Okay, here we go. You were the hoodie in the Impressions videos? Yeah? Oh, that makes sense! That makes sense. About your name, why you were so confused. You thought you were one of the singers because you were in the Impressions video. Oh yeah, that does make sense. What about you, Bandana? What videos are you in? There's a lot. We ended up watching several of the 2020 videos. So, that happened. After I made that realization, T finally spoke up to ask Jean why the Kettle Ghost wanted to meet with her. Jean looked down at the floor.
Do you all remember the stuff about Alexia from today's seminar?
Yes.
That's just it. That's why the Kettle Ghost asked me to see him. I wrote down hacking as my superpower. I'm Alexia's sister.